All right, today we've got a problem here. That's with this little latch here. Gotta figure out what we can do to fix it. Well, I did find this from a leftover door handle I'd put on. Let's see if it'll work. I'm gonna go ahead and move this a little bit. Start taking this apart and see what we can find. A lot of these types of doors, a little notch here. You can just get the screwdriver in there. Typically, you can just kind of pop it off. Let's see if that'll work today. Oh, look at that. Works just fine. Another thing to keep in mind is that several of these doors also have is a little spot here. I don't know if you can see that. Right here, little Allen wrench. So we'll get a little Allen wrench to remove the handle so we can get the doorknob off. You need to actually screw it in, because what it'll do is it'll suck that in and you can pull the handle off. So let's see if we can get that to work. It just so happens on this one you lefty loosey kind of thing, and it screws it in. That comes off. We're gonna do the same thing, try to pop off this little shroud. Yep, there we go. Now that comes off. Okay, now back on this side, some screws here we need to loosen. Loosen that up a bit. Okay, let's see if we can get this on. Usually with these, you'll notice that there's it kind of sits like this, and then if you screw it off enough, you can twist it and then it'll come out. So let's try that. All right, to give you a better view here, we're gonna try to unscrew these a little bit better. And you can see the holes here. Now, I can do this right. If I hold this side, you can see that the screw is sticking out a little bit. So let's go ahead and unscrew those a little bit more. And that comes off like that. Simple. So let's take a look at the inside here and see if it's close to matching. Here's this here. Here's this here. Maybe it'll work. Let's see. It looks like it might work. I hope so. Let's give this a try and see if we can get it to work. If anything, it'll save me a little time and a little bit of money because I already had this part. All right. Let's go ahead and take this off. Sometimes these parts have these plates on them like this. And yes, I'm using technical terms because I don't know what it's really called. But these doors will have these pieces in here, and sometimes they'll come off and you can pop them on the other one. If not, maybe we'll just go ahead and slide the other one in, because it does have a little like fitting here that, let's see, if we push it in there, yeah, it'll be a tight fit, so it'll fit better. We'll see. If you look at these two, they actually look really, really similar. There's actually a little tiny spot on each one. If you see, this one's got that little nub there, and it's there. So I'm thinking I might be able to make this work. All right. Looking at this, looks like it's been compresses on, and then maybe I can just pop it off. So if I can just pop it off, then maybe what I can do is push it back on after. think I just got to be kind of careful because it's got that little tiny metal lip there. So we'll see what we can do. I'll see if I can get this thing off. Oh, see that side popped right off. That's good. We can do the same on this side. Maybe we can get the same thing done. Oh, nothing seems to pop off too, so hopefully I didn't bend it too badly. I will push this back on, so a little bit. Might have to squeeze that down with a needle nose or something. Same goes with this one. Let's just pop off this one here. Looks like that pops off right there. Looks like we can pop that off like that. It should come right off, so see if we can get that to come off. Okay, you can see that I've popped that off, so that's good to go, I think. Let's try this. This one here looks like it'll come off. I just probably have to slide it off here. That's the old one. This is the new one. Slide this back on here. There we go. Looks like it fits. So I might have to push those little bits down again that I kind of pushed up a little bit. So we'll squeeze those down just a tiny bit. And we're going to see if we can get this to fit the way it did before. So, back door. See if we can get this to fit. Okay, remember that this little edge here was on the outside. So we need to do that. And then we need to fit this on there the right direction. And then hopefully I can push those back on without a problem. Let's find out if we can do that. Oops, I wasn't filming, but okay, so I snapped that on. And then I got that side. Right now, let's go ahead and see if we can get this to work again. So one thing we might want to do is make sure we have this set at the same length. So you notice this one here is set slightly shorter than this one. So you can see this little notch here that slides back and forth. It's on here too, but it's on the furthest one. So we'll take that, move it and slide it over. And now it's the same length and that should fit. Okay. So I'm going to say it looks like it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and find the doorknob here. Here's that piece that was in here. Let's see if we can get that in here. And one thing you want to make sure is that there's this little kind of C-hook part, right? That's going to match up with that little C here for it to fit. And then we push this in just a little bit so it slides right in easily. Okay. Now we'll come on this side. We'll hold this. We'll just do the reverse of what we just did. So here's the little C part, right? And then we're gonna push the screws through here. Slight turn so that they fit in that spot. And then let's just go ahead and tighten it up a little bit. Let's not over tighten it yet because we're just gonna do a quick test. Now as a test, and if everything's working right, this'll work too. Let's see, yeah, look at that. Got that working. Let's go ahead and start snugging everything up. It seems to move freely, so that's good. I'm gonna start putting screws in and just so that it's holding it, and then I'll tighten everything up. Okay, here we go. Got these screws in here. I'm gonna just go ahead and snug this up. Might want to use a hand tool just because you don't want to strip these screws when we put them in and out. I know it's faster with a drill or something, but you could also strip it if you're not careful. So I do use a drill sometimes, but I'm going to just try to be careful this time and do this because I don't want to make another video right now and show you how to fix stripped out holes. Still working, that's good. Let's go ahead and snug that up. Okay, let's test it one more time. All right, looks like it's working. Okay, now let's go in reverse order. Put everything back together. So we should be able to tighten that on. Should be able to put this on. And then there should be a little Allen wrench screw or hole on this one, which there is, and it's a small one. So that happens to match the Allen wrench, I believe, that I used last time. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna switch bits because this one I think is bigger. In fact, maybe we should check before we switch bits. Yeah, it fits. Let's do the reverse. Let's pop this back on. Put this on. And if everything worked as it's supposed to, just unscrew that a little bit. Looks like it's working. Here's the final test. Look at that. Nice. Now, of course, I've got grease and crap all over me, so we'll want to clean all this up. But you get the idea. And it's not that hard. You just use parts you have if possible. If not, you can buy these types of parts, probably at your local improvement store, and then just replace it. Some of these have lifetime warranties. You might want to look into it. I don't know about this one. I just didn't want to spend the time. I happened to find a working one, so I thought, simple, let's go ahead and replace it and show you how it's done. So since it was that easy, you can do it too. It takes a couple tools. What did I say? I used basically a Phillips screwdriver, flat tip screwdriver, little Allen wrench type of thing. I had this to kind of press down on the area near the striker, but that was it. Nothing fancy, just pretty simple. If you like the video, if it's your first time here, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it, and thank you very much. Follow up, I cleaned that up, and that was pretty easy. I just used a paper towel, some Dawn, which breaks down grease, and some water. Just kind of rub it down, and it cleans it right up. So you see, it cleaned it right up. So something to consider.